Let's talk about something truly incredible, your baby's developing brain. It's this amazing, explosive period of growth that sets the stage for their entire life. But what if a super common, everyday habit is actually getting in the way? Well, today we're going to dig into that, and more importantly, what you can do about it. So just look at this number, 1 million. In the first 3 years of their life, your baby's brain forms over 1 million new neural connections every single second. It's just staggering, right? This amazing growth isn't happening in a vacuum. It's fueled by real-world stuff, your touch, your voice, and simple interactive play. So that brings us to a really crucial question. What if something we do every day, something that seems totally harmless, is actually disrupting this delicate and incredible process? That's what we're here to figure out.
Okay, let's dive into the heart of the problem, what we can call the high-speed dopamine trap. You see, a lot of modern cartoons, especially the really fast-paced ones, aren't designed to help your child develop. Nope, they're engineered for one thing, to grab and hold their attention. And honestly, they do it by creating something like an addiction.
So what's actually happening in their little brains? Well, these shows trigger this intense artificial rush of a brain chemical called dopamine. The easiest way to think about it, it's like giving a baby a shot of espresso. This overstimulation makes their brain crave that high, which makes the normal, slower pace of real life feel, well, kind of boring. Let's get specific. You've probably heard of this one, or maybe even seen it in action, the Cocomelon effect. So many parents report that after their kid watches the show, they get irritable, hyper, or they can't focus. That's not a coincidence. That's their brain literally coming down from that intense dopamine high.
And this just lays it out so clearly, doesn't it? On one side, you have Cocomelon, where scenes change every 1 to 3 seconds. It's got constant high-energy music, super bright colors. It's a lot. Now compare that to a show like Little Bear. The scenes last for 10 seconds or more, the sensory input is gentle, and it's actually modeling real language and emotion. One is a frantic sprint, the other is a calm walk.
So all of this constant overstimulation, it's not just harmless fun. It has real, measurable impacts. Let's break down the 6 specific ways this can weaken a developing brain. First up, it messes with their attention. Their brain literally gets wired to need that crazy level of intensity, so when it's time to do something calmer, something from the real world, like playing with blocks or looking at a book, it's just much, much harder for them to focus. Second, it can delay language. You know how babies learn to talk? It's like a game of conversational tennis, that serve and return of back and forth interaction with you. Well, passively watching a screen completely cuts that out. It takes away those crucial chances to practice. And this is a big one. It harms their emotional regulation. Those crazy dopamine highs, they always, always have to come down. And that crash, well, that's your tantrum. That's the irritability and fussiness you see right after the screen goes off. Number 4, it interferes with what we call executive function. Think of these as the brain's CEO skills. Things like problem solving, memory, and self-control. Those skills are built like muscles through active play. When a kid is just passively watching, those muscles just aren't getting a workout. Fifth, it just completely overstimulates their sensory systems. Imagine being in a club for hours. The flashing lights, the rapid cuts, the nonstop loud music. For their developing systems, it can cause a sensory overload, and that often comes out as anxiety or restlessness. And finally, number 6, it disrupts sleep. And this one makes perfect sense, right? A brain that's been firing on all cylinders all day, that's been in that overstimulated state, simply can't shut off when it's time to rest. And this is so important for us as parents to hear. When your child is getting fussy or unfocused or having a huge meltdown after screen time, they're not trying to be bad. Their little body is sending you a signal. It's not a discipline problem. It's an I'm completely overwhelmed problem. Okay, so that was a lot of the heavy stuff. But here is the really good news. Your child's brain is incredibly resilient. These effects are not permanent. So let's get into the practical, simple steps you can take starting today to turn things around. And the plan is actually incredibly simple. It all boils down to 3 steps. First, reduce. You're going to gradually shorten screen time. No need to go cold turkey, which can be tough on everyone. Second, replace. Swap out those intense, fast shows for calmer ones. And third, reconnect. Intentionally build in more real-world interactive play.
So when we say replace, what are we talking about? Well, here are some absolutely fantastic, slower-paced options. Shows like Daniel Tiger, good old classic Sesame Street, Little Bear, Sarah and Duck, they're gentle and they actually teach valuable lessons about language and feelings. Now, for what might be the trickiest part, actually turning the screen off. We've all been there, right? The battle that follows. So we've put together a little toolkit of exact phrases you can use to make that transition way smoother. All right, let's look at this first one. I love this because it's so clear and direct. The screen is going away now. No negotiation. But here's the magic part. You immediately pivot to something else that's concrete and fun. You're not leaving a void, you're creating a new focus. Here's another great one. See how positive and final that sounds? All done with the show. It's a statement, not a question. And then you follow it up with an invitation to connect. You're making turning off the screen the start of something fun you'll do together. And this one is just brilliant because it explains the why in a way a little kid can totally get. It's time for our eyes and ears to take a rest. It gives their body a reason for the change. And suggesting a song is such a wonderful way to reconnect without any screens involved. And look, if you stick with this plan, you're not just hoping for change, you are going to see it. In just the first week or two, you'll probably notice they're sleeping better and transitions are easier. By a month in, you'll start to see that attention span getting longer during playtime and fewer big tantrums. And from there, you'll see this beautiful, renewed curiosity in their regular toys. So really, when you boil it all down, it comes to this one powerful idea. Your baby, your toddler, they don't need more flashing lights or high-energy songs. What their brain is truly, deeply craving is you. Your presence, your voice, your connection. That's the stuff that builds a strong, smart, and emotionally healthy brain for life.
And that leaves us with one final thought. Forgetting about screens altogether for a minute. What's just one tiny moment of connection? Maybe a song, maybe a silly face, maybe just a cuddle that you can build into your day today.